Hello everyone, this is Foxhound coming back again with another video. Today I'm going to review these two bundles over here, the AL-301 and the, let me see, WH-7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very quick review, and I'm also going to have two matches unranked using this. Yeah, because I am ballsy just like that. So of course, I mean, what are the points about this? Is it really worth it or not? I'm not going to waste my time into it. These items are slightly better to currently what you have on the what's it called, the Harrier, and also what you have at the moment with the KBX. So it's slightly better, but is it that better, or is it, I mean, overwhelming better to say? Is it really worth it? We are going to find out over here. So, as you can see over here, let's go over here on the ship, right? I am going to compare this one, of course, with the Harrier, because that's the main competitor over here, right? Let's look at the lovely Harrier over here, yeah. And we are going to see that in general, right, if we click over here, in general, the Harrier, it's expected to show higher burst damage, potential DPM, and surface DPM. However, that is assuming that all the missiles go through. However, most of the time, sometimes that will not happen due to the current air defenses that are out there. Aside from that, you are going to see the AL-301 is better at everything. It can also target submarines, it's faster, afterburner is quick. That's one thing to consider. This has only two, same for Harrier of course, two squadrons, but overall it is faster. And one of the key things over here is that you get an item that is able to shoot some missiles without facing directly on the enemy ship. Here we have the WH-7. So it's the same thing over here. Of course, this one in particular is going to be very slightly better, let's put it this way, to again the KBX. As you can see, it is faster. It has, well, the KBX is faster, yeah, but the minimum speed of HP is like 31, maximum speed is still KBX is faster, but what you are exchanging on the speed, you are gaining into, guess what, on durability. 27,950, that's a lot of durability for this bomber, and let me tell you, that really counts. On top of that, it has two, let's put it this way, two missiles. It has a torpedo and a missile that is able to do a good amount of damage into the submarines. So why is this item that expensive if you can just use Harrier? Okay, it is just expensive because you are able to do this. You are able to launch two missiles without facing the enemy. That is why it has the price that it has, and also enables you to pretty much maintain more control and survivability of the plane. At some point, I was even considering getting two of them, but at the end I didn't. So this is something that I'll consider is better for something for an assault carrier rather than, for example, something like Charles de Gaulle or anything like that. As you can see, you can also target submarines. That's another thing that it has for it, 56. Submarine can still launch decoys, but that is the good thing about it. Aside of that, you have the bomber over here. Again, it has one missile that is airborne. The other two can target underwater threats. So it can target more, or it can do more damage to submarines in comparison to KBX. So with this, you will be able to pretty much hunt those submarines, and you will be able to do this amount of damage, right? So if you see over here, right, 16, and then you will be able to do 172. That's a lot of damage. Aside of that, of course, you can do the standard attack, same as KBX. Yep. and it is pretty much a good bomber in general. I bought it because at the end of the day, this is an upgrade to KBX, which is considered one of the best bombers in the game. But is this well, let me tell you something. Is this strike fighter going to be better than Hellcat? It's tricky because Hellcat, in a couple of weeks, it may get nerfed. This thing already stayed here for quite some time. I mean, not get nerfed. However, still Hellcat is a little bit of a beast. This is some type of strike fighter that you are meant to use more like consistent damage, and you're able to keep alive with no problems. Same with the bomber over here, right? Of course, this bomber is fantastic. Will I consider getting them? Is not a complete must. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I am on ranked. And let me see the equipment over here, where we have KRV for the submarines, we have the bomber, Quaker, Venice. This for the submarines, of course, Alka, and we have Talos. We're going to enter a couple of matches. Okay, first ranked match over here using these items from the bundle. Is that going to be completely worth it? We are going to find out. I am going to launch my fighter in order to open the map. And let's see what we are dealing with over here. There are no... what is it called? There are no ACVs on their side. So of course they are going to be desperate to try to take on my what is it called? Are going to be desperate to try to take out my fighter, but that's okay. I have also over here a lovely drone that is going to be able to keep that map open. So what are you all going to be able to do over here? Yeah, you see, I am very comfortable over here. From the distance, I'm able to do damage. And bit by bit, again, the damage is not like very fast or quick as Hellcat, but you are able to do that in a very comfortable manner, let's put it this way. We are already in 60, we are already reaching the 90, and again, you're not going to see the damage spread out very quickly, but at the end of the day, it's damage that continues happening as you attack. That is what you are able to do with this strike fighter. Now we are going to launch on the bomber. Let's see what we're able to do over here. This is not looking too promising because at the end of the day, if one of the enemy over here is going to try to take us out or show us, let's put it this way, with the I am lost of speech. Yeah, if one of them started going to use, for example, the helicopters, they will be in trouble, but it seems they are not going to do that. Exodus is being annoying, but we are handling the Exodus right now, right? Let's see if Quaker is going to steal the show over here, right? Such a good drone, is able to do so much damage. Okay, we take out the bomber again because we want to guarantee those kills, right? Very quickly, as quickly as possible. He was able to evade all these attacks, but that's okay. We're going to throw our lovely torpedoes over here, and he's not going to be able to evade that, and we're going to launch the second launch of torpedoes over here. We have done what we were meant to do with the bomber, so now we are just going to continue our assault. And he is going to be down for the count. This time I'm going to get a little bit more closer. There we go. And that was game, ladies and gentlemen. So again, it's not like it's giving me like a huge advantage. Still, it's a good like strike fighter and everything, but it's not like it's like, oh my god, so crazy or anything like that. All right, we're going to continue the assault. We are doing almost 1000 damage. Everyone is alive, so we are just making this a very comfortable match. But the real question here is, are you able to do the same with the just Harrier and Quaker? What I will say is like, I think yes, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, yes, you have a lot of advantages that you're getting, but it's not like a lot of advantages. At the same time, these items are already having out for quite some time, so you know that they are not going to be nerfed. But by all means, this is not a plane that is considered ultra meta. Let's try to bring back our drone, try to keep it alive, because this is the last drone that we have. Well, it died. That's okay. We're going to finish this match over here. So again, from a very comfortable position, we will be able to do that damage. If they allow me to, as you can see, yeah, this match is almost near to over. So we are just going to help a little bit on doing damage to this submarine. And that is pretty much the first match over here. Does it look like a very cool strike fighter? Absolutely. It is fast. You see what you're able to do with that. You're able to do consistent damage with it. Because it's based on the guided missiles, it's not like something you will be able to use on chain of attacks. But 537 damage, yeah, it's completely, I mean, it is reasonably good. Normally we have 200, we just launch it over there. Everyone over here was on Platinum 2. Okay, match number 2 of using these items on ranked. We're going to try to allocate ourselves on the right side. I should have changed the settings so we are able to do the trick on the guided missiles, but that's okay. We're going to start doing that in a bit. I am going to make sure to open the map first. Then I'm going to enter the menu very quickly. And I'm going to switch this into that. Then I am going to start moving to the left side. We have a legendary player on that side, so I think that will be the best move. We're also going to have, of course, an amazing fan on the form of NSLBM that's going to try to take us down, because it is, yeah, that's why they're here for, right? So anyways, so we are able to launch multiple missiles onto the air, and he is going to have a bad time because these missiles actually launch very, very fast. And just like that, this legendary player is no more. And remember, I am still able to do that. I am going to try to... I'm going to try to cover myself a little bit. Make sure that I don't die out of this this LCLBM person. Yeah, because why not, right? Why not? The positive thing if you are being targeted by SLBMs is that your allies are not being targeted by SLBMs. So I guess that's a plus. Let's try to do as much as damage as possible. Right, we're going to throw the torpedoes over there. Sadly, we were not able to throw the torpedoes. Let's see, we're going to launch this, that, start going on retro. Again, it's very annoying that that submarine, but that's why they're here for at the end of the day. We were able to take out a ship, but we also lost one, so it's not such a good thing at the end of the day. We are going to do a small trick over here, right? do a lot of damage to this barjack. Apologies, I have to keep track on this lovely submarine that yeah, he doesn't like me to do reviews, right? Okay, so I died, but I gave a good fight, and with that, barjack is done. So GG. While we are waiting for this lovely guy, yes, I mean, just Vanguard over here. It's always a little bit sad to die like that against a submarine, but at the end of the day, we won the match. That's the most important bit. So, as you can see, you are able to do consistent, guaranteed damage with this strike fighter. However, it's not like it's going to be fairly quick. You need to pretty much be able to bear with me for a moment. I just want to see how that submarine dies before we continue with this. Victor on our side, we're going to see the statistics over here. Yep. Okay, we did over here 1 destruction. We did over here, for example, 334. I died fairly early this time around, but that's okay. Quaker did some damage. Bomber, consistent as well. So let's return into the port. Remember to please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for my taking these decisions on playing live with commentary on ranked with items I have not used in quite some time, for crying out loud. So AL-301, is it worth it? If you use an assault carrier, maybe it is something worth picking up. Maybe, just maybe. However, I mean, with the Harrier, you are able to do the same thing. But as you notice, what this can do is pretty much do the missile trick. The guided missiles travel faster. This thing is faster. You have slightly higher durability, and I mean, across the board, you have better stats. Looks cool. And you have that feature that you are able to attack without facing any other enemy planes. But is that worth 31 pounds? I mean, I leave that to your discretion. For example, right now, for 6 pounds, let's say you get 800. 800, let's see. So 8, 6, 24. If you spend 24 pounds, you should be able to get a Hellcat. But again, this is the problem with this Hellcat over here. This is going to be nerfed. I think it will be nerfed. And if it has not been nerfed like any other plane, after a couple of weeks, it's going to fall behind the meta, just because the planes that come from Battle Pass, they tend to lose its value, not that quickly, but in a couple of weeks or 1 or 2 months, something new will come and then they will fall behind. This, on the other hand, has been out for quite some time, so if you pay with it, you are guaranteed that you will be able to do the damage with this thing. But it's not crazy damage. Harrier can also do the same thing that this thing is doing. So I think this is more a collector's item. I still like Harrier as well. I mean, Harrier, of course, it's amazing. So for this one, you are getting extra features that are not extremely necessary. Yes, you are able to take up submarines, but I mean, at the end of the match, if the submarine is the last one, you can always use your helicopter instead of the strike fighter to take it down at the end of the day. And regarding the bomber, you are getting slightly higher HP with this one, so you are able to guarantee yourself to hit those torpedoes with the bomber. So that is something that you can take into account. Higher stats overall. but it is not again that you are getting an overwhelming distinct advantage if you use something like KVX over here, which is way cheaper on the market. Yeah. So let me see the value of the KVX at the moment. It is, let me see. Well, it is still slightly expensive, of course, 21K. You can always use Jackknife if you don't prefer to spend that many icons on this one. Let's see, Jackknife. Jackknife. Well, lovely Jackknife. Where is it? Where is Jackknife? Ah, here it is. Half the price. And you can easily do the same amount of damage as KBX. So, is it worth all the investment? I guess I'll have to leave it up to you. At the end of the day, do you have the Harrier or are you considering getting a Harrier? Otherwise, you can consider getting this one, but don't expect an overall advantage. Or you can just take a gamble and grab what everyone is using at the end of the day, which is, guess what? The Hellcat. Which at the end of the day is a monster of a strike fighter that is very easy to use. But I think after a couple of months, this will be reduced. Same situation as happened with our lovely strike switch. Just rest in peace, our lovely strike switch. But other planes that are not in that category, meaning legendary or something that comes with a gacha, are likely to be touched less. Anyways, I hope that you like this video with live commentary on Ranked. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is Foxhound signing off. Have a good weekend, everyone.